I think it's time for question of the week.
And I cannot wait. So this is questions mainly going to be shifted to you, JP. I'll let you ask the question, obviously,
No,
but I
you
do want to preface it a little
Go
bit.
for it.
Because Sanders has already asked me this question, so I already know some about it.
Okay.
But also, this is glorious because
No, don't do me like
we get to dog on a PFF list that is terrible, and Sanders finally admits it.
Mm-hmm.
His golden goose PFF has
Yep.
made a big mistake with this list, and so I can't wait for you to react and kind of see it unfold for what it is.
Okay, JP, I'm going to share a screenshot with you that is just the tiers. Well, I hope I am. I sent it to Jack. Let me pull that up.
Yeah, don't goof and send him the full list.
Yeah. So basically, PFF posted a list of all of D1 projected starting quarterbacks. I just sent it in technical foul. And I'm going to put it on the screen for everybody. So over there on the right side of the screen those are the tiers. Tier 1 is who will be college football's next star. Then below that is smaller sample but flashes of brilliance. Below that is great rushers, better passing needed, don't sleep on, need to see more in 2025, long shots and lower rated vets, and then lastly, freshmen / not enough FBS snaps. There are some wild names in places you would not expect. My personal favorite, I don't know how to. Question of the week: who do you think is my favorite name in Tier 1?
I think you just ask him who the Tier 1 guys are.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Who are the Tier 1 guys?
DJ Lagway.
Hold on, let me pull up.
He is
the
not,
team.
from my memory. There's 7 of them, I believe.
He will be because Florida is going to be on television so much this year.
Well, that's part of this list is a little inconsistent on going between projection and also like
Yeah, I
previous
actually don't think it is. I
stats.
think, let me pull it back. It's a PFF article. I can pull up the actual
This is
article.
also kind of my opinion as an answer too,
Well, yeah.
more so than it is who's on that.
DJ Lago is one of the first names I threw out as someone I expected to be in the top tier.
So I really don't think it's a projection at all because if you look, this is what it's going off of, is this chart, which I don't have on screen, unfortunately.
It's just weird then the preface says like next breakout star
Yeah.
/ like we need to see more da. But anyway,
DJ Lagway's Tier 2.
Smaller sample, but okay, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But this is going down, like in terms of like
Yeah, top
good?
tiers at the top. So Tier
Okay,
1
okay.
is who will be college football's next star.
Okay.
So DJ Lagway is Tier 2, smaller sample, but flashes of brilliance.
Dante Moore, quarterback, Oregon.
No, he is Tier 6. Long shots and lower rated vets, which is
He should be higher.
insane.
see, he either needs to be higher or he needs to be in the lowest tier of just not enough snaps.
Correct. Because if you think about it,
I'm fine to say, hey, we don't have a big enough sample size if you're going on stats and stick them in tier 7.
let me so these guys are graded on a axis, and it's on the bottom. On the x-axis is drop back since 2022, and on the y-axis is PFF wins above average since 2022. So I think that's probably why Dante Moore, he's pretty low in the bottom left.
You
Due-
can't have that many dropbacks.
Due in
There's-
part because
well, he
his
had played a full
experience at
season at
UCLA, he was
yeah,
not good his
that's
freshman
right.
year
Oh,
at
no,
UCLA.
not
I
at all.
forgot about that.
He was not. So his
But
only
he was a freshman.
his only field experience, he wasn't good.
He was a true freshman.
Yeah.
Correct. So he is in
Playing
tier
in a
6.
good pack.
He should move up to like don't
Yes.
sleep on or
Yes.
more to need more to see, something
Yeah.
like that.
I'm super high on him because I have him in my keeper league.
I still
You're
have
just
mine-
drinking the
I still
Oregon
have mine-
Kool-Aid.
These are guys I have on next star too, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's what we asked you, so I'd hope.
We'll do our own rankings at some point.
Where is he's not on my next star, but is Marcel Reed on this list?
A&M, he is tier
3?
Great rushers, but
6.
better pass.
Tier 6. Long shots, lower.
See,
rated
that's
vets.
all right.
Okay. Is John Mateer on this list?
John Mateer at Oklahoma is tier 4. Don't sleep on.
Did Blake Shapen make the list just for joke?
He did.
Where do you think he is?
Long shots and lower ridge vets.
No.
He's higher. Mm-hmm. Holy crud! What?
This is my, yeah.
I mean, we can sleep on Blake Shapen.
He's higher.
What?
He's higher than don't sleep on.
He's not even known for a rusher, although he has some great runs. But he puts himself in hard ways. Is he on tier 3?
Higher.
No, he's higher.
This is when we knew that
JP, Blake Shapen is tier 1.
Barra!
Who will be college football's next star? Blake Shapen, ladies and
mean-
gentlemen.
it took me so long to get that.
Dear
name.
God, I hope so.
I mean,
Amen.
I'm down for it. Let me just throw
Wow.
some other names out there.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know what to say anymore. Just
Yeah,
list
I mean
it, man.
that's. I'm not gonna list all whatever 60 names, but Cade Klubnik is tier 1. Sam Levitt,
Sure.
Noah Fafita, Luke Altmaier, a former state guy at Illinois,
is tier 1.
is tier 1.
See, this is why I don't like PFS because they only look at stats.
Yeah,
Which I mean, part is like I have to respect it that they are just like that dedicated, but they don't add any necessarily context or anything. It's purely their
Yeah.
stats and their metrics.
yeah,
Altmaier is a game manager, and that's it. All right, Star.
yeah. I don't know. I'm not even sure how to read this chart because Diego Pavia is one of the best guys according to this, and he is in tier 3.
See, that's why I'm like, I don't think it can be just solely based off that chart. There has to be some sort of projection or something in
Yeah.
there.
A K.
Where's
means-
Bryce? Is Bryce Underwood on freshman tier 7?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. No. Tier 1.
Here, let me see,
Making
to
sure
see
we
if
have
I can
some
pick out any other
consistency
names
here.
that I like think is kind of crazy. I'm kind of surprised Sellers is in tier 4. I'm a little
Carson-
surprised he's not
Carson
higher.
Beck.
Carson Beck
Who's
is
the
tier
Louisville
1.
quarterback?
Louisville is the transfer from USC, right?
Miller Moss.
Miller Moss.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Which that is a pretty big top tier, to be fair. Still crazy that
Yeah.
Who's
Altmaier and
who are they?
who's
The Tennessee quarterback, UCLA guy?
anyone know
Jay
this guy's
Hoover.
first name?
Jay Hoover out of Jake.
My guess would be Jack.
Oh, I was going to go
Because-
Jake. It's definitely Jake.
I think I know ball. Like I consume a lot of college football content.
don't
I
know
watch every
Tennessee
Saturday. And I couldn't tell you that guy's first name. Rocco Beck, like I don't know.
I mean, we'd only know Luke Altmaier.
Look at
because
Carson
he played
Beck.
here.
What an inspiration.
Tier 1.
But yeah,
Is Colorado starting quarterback not going to be the freshman?
that guy is.
No, they're gonna start
Salter? Sater?
Yeah, they're
K.
gonna start
Salter?
the Liberty transfer for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I would personally.
Yeah, this, I don't know why, but for some
I
reason
would not
this
throw the
chart
true
has
freshman out there as Dion's.
this chart has Nico as tier 1 at Tennessee and Joey Aguilar tier 3 as UCLA.
Okay, so they just haven't.
they haven't switched the
Okay,
logo.
I was gonna say why is the Tennessee?
Yeah, they have not updated the logos. Which, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that is
Nico in tier 1 is college football's next star.
Blake Shapen in tier 1, man.
Yeah,
Luke Altmaier in tier 1.
yeah. Oh yeah, I can.
That's
Let me
crazy.
send you. I can send you the actual chart now. Wait,
That's crazy.
I'll send you the tweet. It was it. I mean, it's just something to look at. It is very amusing.
So what do you have to say about PFF?
Actually, I'm gonna go retweet this. As I'm not signing this technical foul. I'm gonna send it to JP. Or I'm gonna send it to PFF. I just want to know how you made this chart because it just doesn't sit right.
Concur.
That's just long shots and lower rated vets. I just
Lenore Sellers is on Don't Sleep On.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
one thing. I feel like he should
isn't
be
he a
higher.
Heisman? He's a top 10 Heisman front runner, right?
No one's sleeping on him.
He's a first round pick right now.
Yeah. And then Arch, but like Arch Manning is smaller sample but flashes of brilliance. I feel like we've had other guys.
You go- Is there any way you can go back to the graph?
Yeah. Let me go back to the article.
Because they have Nico Iamaleava in the top tier, and so I'm trying to like.
Here, let me.
And I'm just like, he didn't
I'm
have a
gonna
good passing
repost
season.
this.
So
If any of our 2 viewers are interested in following along, I apologize. This has been a very just the 3 of us vibing, and you can't see what's happening. Here, I can put the list up. I forgot I had the list. My bad, team. There's the list so that all of you can see. I also just reposted it on my Twitter, Sanders_Oakley. If you go to it and then look at the first comment, it's the article by PFF. That's what we're
Huge.
looking at, and they have a graph. So that's the graph.
I mean, Nico's wins above average is above the median.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had tons of dropbacks. So I get the volume's not like he's
North Carolina got the South Alabama quarterback.
Okay, here's what I don't understand.
Gio Lopez.
Yeah, I guess.
That's cool.
It looks like largely they
Really
just took
cool.
the guys with the highest wins above average and put them in the top tier, right?
Uh-huh.
Except then like guys like Preston Stone
Pavia. Diego Pavia.
and Diego Pavia like got dropped for what reason I don't know.
Especially because Diego Pavia, maybe because they've got so many dropbacks, like maybe, but Cade Klubnik and Carson Beck are also there.
Yeah, I feel like the wins above average also just helps.
Zach
Get rid of it, but I don't know.
Calzada has a ton of snaps. Why is he on not enough snaps? Does he not have enough snaps?
Yeah, that's a good question. He really needs to be. I guess
Calzada.
they were like he needs to be in the bottom tier. Where
Sure.
is Calzada even on here?
He's Kentucky.
Yeah, I just
Bottom. Oh.
We're looking on the
your
graph.
list.
Like,
he may not be on the because he's been playing in FCS ball at Incarnate Word.
okay.
So they don't have his they don't have his data.
Interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Which is
just
maybe that's why he doesn't have enough snaps.
I can't say I like really love this list
Yeah.
at all.
I've seen too many people low on Gunnar Stockton, to be honest.
Really?
That's fair.
Wow, my voice just cracked.
So like why? So
he was great in the SEC
why is
championship.
Rocco Becht getting put in the top tier over someone like Diego Pavia when he also has a lot of snaps?
Or
and
T.
as
Green
lower.
in Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I'm gonna stop trying to make
hasn't
sense
beat
of the.
Alabama.
I'm gonna stop trying to make sense of the list because I just don't think that
That's
really
impressive.
happens.
Yeah. I
That's
thought
a
thought
graphic.
you'd find that amusing.
That's. I mean, that is. Wow.
Yeah. So
Blake Shape.
Blake
hope so.
Blake Shapen stands out a lot as a tier 1 guy, a future college football star. And I will say this, Blake Shapen, when he was healthy, I believe
He's a fine
led the
quarterback.
SEC
Like
in passing yards through the first 3 weeks. I just don't think that earns you the label college football's next star. Especially not when you've been hurt like
and
I think
how
he's
is he?
played 5
24,
years.
23, 24? Like
He's in his last season.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he didn't have. Again, we only won 2 games.
Correct.
but He didn't have a marquee win either.
didn't really have a lot of opportunity. He almost doesn't count, but second half of that Arizona State game, he almost had a marquee comeback, which doesn't matter. But he played well in the second half of that game against a playoff team.
crazy's out. Calzada doesn't have
sure.
enough snaps, but Arch Manning has enough snaps to be in tier 2.
Yeah.
That's crazy.